Hi. So it's June 9th, 2025, and the fact I'm recording this video is so unreal to me because I just want to share something with for my future reference or whatever. Okay, let me just do the angle thing. Okay, so right now, as you can see, at my sister's apartment in Delhi, and I believe that I have pretty much tried to acquire every stuff I know today. Okay, let me just get into frame. Yeah, today. From the last 6 months, I have been trying to actually get into the feel of getting a job and doing whatever I think. And basically, I've realized this one thing, which is still so crazy, is that I don't know, but I still feel like that I am not going. I was not happy. That's the first thing. So I realized that it was mainly because maybe I just had not done the job, I haven't got the job, and stuff like that. But then I realized something, and that is maybe I was significantly unhappy because of the fact that I knew that I wanted to do something, but I was not doing it. So, if you don't understand, I literally want to challenge myself for the next 6 months to go all in with my content creation journey. So, basically, what we are trying to go or we are trying to go for is that I realized this one thing. I don't know. I just think that this is something which is in my head, and this is the very first time I have said no, silent no, to a person. So I happen to have this. Okay, let me just start from a very very basic start. So, from the last time I remember, from the last test times I remember, I have been feeling such unmotivated for every single thing I know. I have this feeling that I have literally seen my life getting there and then, like seeing my life from getting basic of fourths to one fourth and three fourths and two fourths. So basically, like I've seen my life being trash, or I think it's my rock bottom where I've had physically, mentally, spiritually, and all of things. I won't say that it's so hard breathing here, but I think it's somewhere that I don't know what's in my next schedule, what my next day is gonna look like. There's no system, there's nothing. And I used to, like, from the last 6 months, basically, when I was in home, and I think from the last 6 months, I literally had such a relief, such a torn down. I literally to the point where I had a lot of memories, a lot of, like, like I'm also watching this one K drama where the same person says that when you are unemployed and when you have nothing else to do, 90% of the thoughts are useless, which does involve your high school, your college, your whatever journey you can just speak of. I think I realized this something where I am not able to talk a lot, where I'm not able to express myself in whatever or whichever way possible. And also, I think I was slowly hurting myself for every other thoughts I have, for every other people I ever loved, or like they're not in my life anymore, or I just like there was nothing to be grateful about. And I realized that this was all because I had this one misconception, maybe, that because I don't have a job, because I'm not looking good, because this is the way I'll just get a job and I'll get it done. And I think I started blaming the situation way worse than it was. Like, people are getting, these days they are jobless, and I think I get it professionally, but I think I never, like, I tried so hard to, like, go and have all those memories, all those years. I just, like, have everything with me and within me, and I just could provide it. So you understand this feeling where I'm just, like, not at all aware of what's next going or next days is gonna look like. And I think I realized this way 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 early, and but I was still in denial because there was maybe the fear, I was explaining that if someone asks me, so what's next? If not, you're not getting a job, so what's in your next agenda? Or how you're gonna manage it financially? You can't rely on your parents, right? You're 22, you should get a job, focus on your career. It's your 20s, build it. But I think these days, what actually building me is like, or the thoughts which are in my head every now and then, is that maybe this is the time where I take the biggest risk. Yeah, like obviously getting a job, I love it. I still envy people who just got the job from first day in the morning and they just go. And still these days I'm actually envious of those people who have calendars booked, who are meeting new people in their life, or who are doing wonders. And nothing to be like, like, because 90% of the people do the job. But I think I was very anxious. But I think when I was given this opportunity this morning, where one of my senior colleagues asked me that, oh, why don't you learn this basic thing? You can just help me, and it will also help you learn certain things. And I was talking about learning about Excel and getting into data analyst, because I think, because I certainly know I don't love coding, like coding in general. I love the ideation part of it. I love the project management of it. Like I literally, if I ever think about, I'm loving tech. I love tech. I love AI. I love to talk about it. But more than that, I love to talk with other people about it. As a tech influencer, you can just say, or something like learning about it. Like I'm such a person who can just learn stuff, but not in the process of like engineering, but more on the process of ideation, more on the process of maybe I'll just do it, design it, whatever. But I realized that for that you don't have to have a job. You can do certainly a lot of things which does not require, because if you have this one crazy thing. So yeah, so coming back to the point where I had this one realization, and I just told him that maybe it's not even a priority right now. A, nothing is my priority right now. I don't even know what my priorities are, but I certainly know what are the things I don't want. And the thoughts which I was talking about, there were little thoughts which are in my head constantly. One of them is that if I'm not changing it, it's just choosing it. The way I look to get this double chin and everything, I am getting anxious because this is the time where I felt the heaviest. The way I'm sweating, I certainly know it's not at all healthy, because I love to explore and I'm getting such anxiousness with my body. I'm not happy because a lot of things are in my plate, and I was like, I'm already very sensorily, like very anxious. My attention span has lost. I'm not able to hold a conversation like this right now because there's a lot going in my head. So this is not normal. This is actually not normal, and I definitely think that I should talk about it more and more. But I've realized also this one thing, which are the thoughts that the moment I have started overthinking, the moment I start getting this, like I don't know what to do kind of phase, I started realizing that I love cooking, not in a way that it's just there, like it's survival, but more like a survival. So from the last month, basically, I have tried to like done a series named as Spoon Stories, where I just like started posting visual content, or let's just say, and I've started doing voiceover. But I think whenever I think about it, I always have this aspiration of doing it way better. Like what's next? How I can just top it off? How I can just make it way better, way better, way better. And I realized this one thing, that this has never have done while I was doing my job, or learning about ML, AI, or stuffs. But obviously, like I'm always curious about what the trends are. I listen to the podcast. I love this Nikhil Kamath podcast, WTF, and also I love listening to podcasts. I love networking. I love meeting with the people. But I think these are all essentials as a whole. This does not have to be very specific that when you are a tech person you have to do not do it. And I used to think that used to learn it because I used to learn job. I want to get a job in Google, big MNC, big five, big four kind of companies. And I'm not looking down on people, obviously. Like I said, it's just like I admire them because they have something certainly I don't have. But I think what I actually envy about them, and I think it's very crazy, is just they are somewhere very proud, which I'm not. Like, I imagine myself going to Google, having this one thing, but I never imagined myself doing coding there. I've always imagined going to the building, meeting new people, talking about it, but it was never like in a coding world. And I know it's gonna sound very ridiculous, and I'm internally panicking that how my family, my friends, I don't have really good friends right now, but I think basically my family, my brother and my mom, are they gonna be supportive? My sisters, are they gonna understand? But I think it's also way early to say something, because I'm not even doing it in a very volume kind of base. Like, I'm not keeping it out there. So yeah, that's the next 6 months plan I have, because it's June, so we are really exactly into 6 months. And for the past 6 months, I have tried everything. I've tried to learn and basically relearn. If you wanna go through it, I'll just make a breakdown of, like, in 2 minutes what I did in the tech world, and you can see how imperfect it was, because there was no system. I was not even ready to follow any system, because you can say that discipline part was also a very crucial role, which I am not having it right now. But again, so in the last 6 months, I have tried to volunteer for the data analyst, data engineering, product management, AI development, AI engineer, data engineer, prompt engineering, and all. So, like, literally, I have tried everything. But there was, the tutorial loop as well, that you just start, and there was always the start. I knew that, okay, I should do it, I should do it, I should do it. But I realized that I was doing it just for the money, just for, like, getting two recognition, that my mom just says that, oh, that was worth getting a BTech degree, or my brother could just say, oh, that was actually worth getting a BTech degree, or, like, maybe the LPA part. But I slowly realized this, that I just did it for them. I don't hate doing it. I voluntarily say that, okay, take my life, I'll do anything for my family, because they are doing it right now, right here, when I'm broke, when I'm out of my college, and I'm just, like, obviously living on my sisters and fathers and mothers and whatever brothers. My family is actually basically raising me. And while that, it certainly has this, ego part, but I think, how to explain that, if I have to really trade it, I love it. I know it's not gonna make a lot of sense to a lot of people who are, like, there, but I think it's also just, like, I don't know basically what to do. And I really tried getting into corporate world, but I don't know I'll fit in. And it's not also about, like, I'm ashamed about it. I'm so up for saying that I don't want to do it. Like, I literally nearly said this to my sister on whose apartment I'm here, that I don't think that I want to go to corporate. Like, I don't know. And she was like, yeah, I'll do it. And she just said, before even, like she's not here right now, she just went back to home. But she just said that you do you. Yeah. And in the next 3 months, like, this is the thing, that if I just do it, if they want, I can just go for MTech. You don't need to require to, because I think maybe I'm also being so hard upon myself, to the point where I just, like, had anxiety issues, because I was certainly doing something which I know I don't know. And I think it's a bit TMI here, but there were times where even I didn't got the job, or, like, I just could not do well in the interview. Part of me was always, like, more sad, because I now have to think about what I'll just tell my parents, or my brother, my sister, like, because the very first thing they will ask me is just, like, do you get the job? What's the status of your applications? Are you applying? Are you even applying? Is the master's the next thing? And I think it's very sensitive, that I was like, oh my god, I don't know. And this is the thing. But internally, even after doing it, I always treated every interview as, like, learning about more of the role. And slowly steadily I realized that I don't like explaining what I did in a project. Like, even though, like, maybe definitely someone, if you do, like, this philosophy where you do 1,000 or 10,000, like, if you dedicate 1,000 hours to something, you will definitely get better. It's just like doing it. Because from the last 4 years, I learned a bit about coding. I learned Python. I learned like few of the analogies, build good projects. So I know that it was have to happen. Like, I will know about it because I have learned about it. But I just could not understand, like, why I'm not proud of it. Like, I'm proud of when I build something on my own, while I am posting cooking videos where I'm actually it just gives me a sense of something is there. Also, the moment I today when I just went back and just said no to my senior colleague, like, he was from a past organization, and he just asked me, and he literally just said, just learn it. Something inside of me was like, no, I don't want to learn it. I don't want to do it right now. Right here, I'm just making a choice, and this choice is that I didn't said no for the first tense, but I first of all knew what I wanted, and I realized I don't want to do it. I'm not interested on it. Like, seriously, I'm not interested just for doing it. Okay, and obviously I know it's a bit early to say something, but also this morning I opened my laptop and I realized that I have calendar booked it way like last month. At this point of time, I was still learning. At this point of time, I had literally, I remember I have the job. So, like, I was going through my Google Calendar, and there was this one link, and I just opened it. It was like ML, and guess what? It was again the starting point. So then I realized that I don't want to take this path anymore. Like, not, I don't know how long, but I don't want to take it right now, right here. Because 2 days back, like, when I'm recording it, so I don't know when I'm gonna upload it, but yeah, 2 days back, when like, last weekend basically, I made sure that I release a new series with my cooking video, and thought of it that it woke me up, and I had to smile because I got my scripts ready. I have little bit of idea what my content plan is gonna be. It gave me sense of something exciting. Like, I'm so excited that when I get some of my, like, my sister, my brother will send some of the rupees or whatever income I will have, whatever income I generate, it's gonna be like, like, I'm gonna buy something, I wanna explore, I wanna know more. I literally, from last 10 days, like the moment the June has started, I'll tell you what I did, which certainly helped me. And I think I didn't cried in this coming June month. Like, it had been a week where I have not cried, but it wasn't when I was doing it. So maybe I just burned out myself. I don't know what is it, but I'll tell you. I get to know what I was saying as well. So basically, in this last week, I have done, like, uploaded few videos, like 2 3 videos. I went out with my sister and her friend, and we had a great time. I got this plant as well, which really speak life because it's a live plant. I also got myself a very first time of fish ball with two fishes. One is cherry and mango. Cherry died the moment I got it, like the next day morning. He was not there, so I was like, he or she, I don't know, it was not there. So yeah, like, we got scammed basically. So we got it from a local, and I think I should not say this, but yeah, the summer, because the mango, I just didn't like the name when they both were not here, so I named it summer again, and I think it will also not survive because I didn't even knew that you should not keep it because it's not good. But I think, but I didn't, I've been giving it like from the last 2 3 days whenever I've gotten her, she have been there. It has been. I tried. Like, I love to keep her as like she, but I don't even know fishes. She, yeah. So I named it Summer, a neutral name maybe. because it's the summer. It's so sweating hard, hot here. But yeah, I did that. And what else? I did chat GPTs, like I did something, and I basically like did content planning. I didn't even open my laptop to actually. I watched this one random video of Penthouse. Uh, Not random, but obviously a K drama, which I significantly watched in my high school, and I just realized that how unreal it is that when you watch certain shows which you watched, like in my college year when I actually got it, I think I was also very rewarding because I certainly know there's this something like I still knew went to my college because my first year was in COVID, right? So 2020 batch, So I got there and I watched it, and that was the very first time I started living alone. Like it was PG, but again it was like full. And I remember I had, I think this much big room only. The layout was somewhat similar to this one, but I realized that how much I loved K drama back then. And still, it's not there. But also, there's this one thing that I realized that how different it feels today when I'm watching certain shows which I used to watch 3, 4 year or 5 years back, is that I certainly have outgrown a version of me. I don't know which way, but even though when I'm feeling that I basically am at my rock bottom, I still think that the reason I'm at rock bottom is that I never chose myself first. Yeah. So let me just explain. So I actually always have felt this way, that I was never first someone's priority. And I remember this while I'm like still this time I remember that this was what used to be my favorite quote whenever I used to make or invite new people. Whenever they used to say that, oh, they love me, they love talking about me, they love talking with me, we are friends, we are BFF, we are friends forever, like stuff, but they're not here. Maybe a bit of me is like inside something's broken. So that's why I'm recording this, because I certainly don't have any idea where the life is gonna take me. But I'm pretty excited because I certainly think that I'm doing something where I don't know where life is gonna take me, but I'm not choosing something which I don't wanna do it. Let that sink in, because I am also trying to let that sink in. So basically the idea is that like not doing anything that triggers me. Maybe I failed as an engineer, maybe I failed as a software engineer, maybe I quite think that I failed as a certain employee of the certain, you know maybe that's one of the reality I would have lived in. But I think this is my call, where I just take a call where I'm just like keeping myself first. So yeah, this is the thing. And I realized that I'm so intrigued, I'm so in for all the things, I'm so excited, because the moment I'll buy certain ways, I'm excited for my new series on food, I'm excited to be on camera. For that I'll be doing the workout because I love being on the camera, because these days I'm not, because I'm still like literally like don't love the way I look. I admire the body I have, I admire the beauty, I admire everything. There are times where I just feel like, oh, I'm beautiful inside out, but I think a lot of has been like health wise, I don't feel great. And I think if the 20s are meant to keep you there 24 into 7, and if there are, those are the days, like the defining decade it is, I think it has to be also do with the body. So I have to get back from the, like if 4 or 4 is not there, so I have to certainly keep up. So, and also I realized something, that the more I am creating these days, the less I'm consuming the media, the everything. And also I'm saying no to a lot of things, because I'm saying yes to a lot of things. It's not like that I said no to that one senior employee, because it had been just 5 minutes, like not five, like it's almost like 25 minutes while I'm just literally yapping or talking or whatever, expressing myself. But yeah, this certainly I have just moment I just started, and I just like literally wrote a digital journal, and then I started the click button, the record button, and I'm recording it. So it is what it is. Like I'm actually uploading it, and yeah, the next 6 months I'm excited. I think it's also gonna make sense, because also maybe the BTS is coming, like they are already here, not India, but obviously back from the military, and I think for them also they it must have been tough. Like they also had certain insecurities, not insecurities, I should not name it, but like a lot of thoughts basically. And I think from the last 2 years, it also got worse for me as well. Like I remember last 2 years have been the worst years, but best activewear. Like I realized that it was essential, but I also realized that it does not mean that it has to go on and on and on and on just because it could give a sense of pleasure to XYZ person in my life. Understand? I certainly think that if I am not able to be a version my family thinks that I should be, I think then I have to prove them wrong. Because if the idea, if the parents, if the love what they are like, obviously they want me to be healthy, happy, because still my mom's asked me that what you're doing, what else you're doing, but I still don't wanna say it that I wanna do it, because I really wanna do it in one shot. And I think it's also essential that in the next 30 days, in July, she and my brother are coming here for my sister's, like they're coming to Delhi, where I am, and they will be living here. So next 30 days, I want to challenge. Like I'm obviously 6 months is a goal. I don't know. It's a goal. I think it's an ongoing goal. But in the next 30 months, 30 days or 30 months, yeah, in the next 30 months, I'm gonna full on, because I'm targeting my body, because this is the time where I feel like that I will be having a lot of time. Like I have ample amount of time, 24 hours basically, because when I'm not committed to one and organizations, but I'm so committed to myself. So this is the time where I'm gonna focus majorly on my body. Second, creativity, because the moment I start overthinking, that the last time also I don't know where I learned it, or it was a random video I just got, is there's like the moment you start overthinking, I'll just try to recreate another recipe or dishes and do the content both. Third is the creative part, because the moment I will be eating, doing the gym, taking care of my body, having a little glow up, I ordered a bunch of stuffs are requiring the scissors to cut, just attempt to cut my hair, which is why I'm actually excited. I also ordered bedazzles, like this is my last two, like I have gotten way back in my college. I think my sister ordered it, but it has gone so bad. So I ordered the shiny rhinestones. So I'll just bedazzle everything. This one, my camera shutter. I'm just seeing it, and I'm so excited that I'm gonna do it. Not as a hobby, but I'm doing it, right? But then also I got these glasses and these plants, and a lot of life is there. Okay, I have literally have it added a lot of bunch of things in my cart, and I have shopped a lot of things for my kitchen, for my content. So you think this is a stagnant point? So you're wrong. I think it's a point where I have to be somewhere bold, somewhere out there to be heard or to be seen. Even if I have failed, even if I just don't know where the stuffs go, I'll still get to know it, that it was worth trying or not. Like you get this. And even if I become somewhere out there, then I think it is gonna be the reference video which you will be seeing in the next maybe 2, 3, 5 years from now, or whatever. So it is what it is. So I'm choosing it, I'm planning it, or you can just say these days manifestations, simultations, or whatever things happens. I do believe that I think it's the moment where we try to change, and it's for the body, it's for the mind, it's for the people, and basically it's for myself. So yeah, that's it. Bye.